Hi, Diane. Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. And I'm here every Sunday at 4 o'clock to report to you what I sold on eBay and Poshmark and sometimes Mercari in the past week. I have a store called Rockford Trading Company on eBay, and I think it's just Shirley's World on Poshmark, or my name. Yeah, so I've been doing about the same. Maybe this week was slightly better on eBay, but it was not as good on Poshmark. So yeah, you'll have that. I don't know what makes it go back and forth like that. I think my even my average selling price was better on eBay this week. So as you know, I've taken best offers off of the table for my eBay store. I like it much better. I don't think it's made any difference. I'm getting better prices and not having to put up with lowball offers, which I really like. So I have a lot of sales, so I don't feel I have to have best offers on. I usually have a 20% sale going most of the time on most of my whole store. Hi, Bumblebee. So I am pleased that there hasn't been a huge drop in sales after I did that, after I took off best offers, because I don't intend on putting it back on. There may be some times when I feature certain items that I've had forever. I may put best offers on just them because I just want to move them out of here. Uh, I don't seem to be selling things that are on my hanging racks upstairs. Those are mostly, of course, long things or jackets. Uh, so I thought of doing a YouTube video of featuring some of those things. Just holding them up and telling about them and telling them I'm not taking them out of my store. It'll be my own little sales show. Uh, but I may try doing something like that if I can get my GoPro camera to work it's not that it doesn't work. I mean, I can take the video on it. It's fine, but getting it transferred over onto YouTube, onto this computer, and then onto YouTube through iMovie I've had a problem twice now, and that makes you kind of scared, especially if you spend a lot of time fussing around with making a video. So I'm not going to give up. There's some things I can do on my phone, videotape on my phone. It's much slower to upload than from your phone to the computer or to iMovie and to YouTube. Much slower. So I like doing it with the GoPro if I can find out what the problem is. Hi, Classy Dahlia. And guitar. Guitar guy is working on his pictures for eBay. I was gardening. After church, I had bought things at Tractor Supply yesterday. I did go shopping for plants. I got my tomato plants. I bought some herbs. I bought a cucumber plant. I bought a couple no. Well, what's the thing that grows zucchini. I just bought 2 zucchini plants. That's all I'm planting. So, yeah, what else? I bought some flowers, uh, some wave petunias, because they take off really nice, and some marigolds to plant in among things. So we'll see. That was my first bunch of things I bought. I'm going to go back. They had a sale going, so it was 3 for something and 3. The vegetables were, I think, 3 for 15, and the herbs were 3 for 12. And they were all super healthy looking. They're by Bonnie, the Bonnie plants. So, yeah. But I think I'm going to stop by Mark's, that other store where I got my porch plants, and I'm going to go get some things from them too. So I need some more herbs. It's hard to find lavender. I need a couple nice big lavender plants. I lost my lavender plant somehow, and I love to grow lavender, but I think maybe I haven't seen it anywhere, so I probably have to go to the garden center to get that. Yeah. Well, I was really hot outside doing, because it's in the bright sunshine where the garden is, and it was quite toasty out there. So now that I'm in the house with the short sleeve shirt on, now I'm kind of chilly. But yeah, Lisa's listing right now. Okay, good. Share those jackets and coats to a party. Happening now. Happening now. Ooh. Yeah, I'll watch for that. My Posher VA is supposed to watch for those things, but I think I have to click the button to share to parties, which I haven't done today. So anyway, I sold 14 items on eBay this past week and 6 items on Poshmark. Nothing on Mercari. Now, I've been listing on Mercari. Everything I'm listing on eBay and Poshmark, I'm also listing on Mercari. I have found out that Mercari, they do the ground advantage shipping, but they only do it up to £1. And then you have to do your own shipping if you want it to go ground advantage after that. So they just switch to priority listing after it's £1, which makes, like, if you put jeans on and things that are heavier, that makes it not such a good deal for the buyer. So I have to figure that out, how to because I don't understand. You can send things ground advantage all the way up to 70 pounds. So I don't know why they're not letting you do that on Mercari. So let me share my screen and I'll show you what I sold this past week. Wait, before I do that, I have to click the right button up here. Okay, now we'll try that again. Okay, the first thing I sold, this is all on eBay first, and then I'll do Poshmark second. This was a black and white gingham by Eddie Bauer, a long sleeve check shirt in an extra large. And this sold for $14.99. It had a 25% off sale on it. This went to West Columbia, South Carolina. Now they paid $5.85 shipping, which I have on if it's 13 ounces or under. And then after that, most of the time I have calculated ground advantage, though. Still ground advantage. So with tax and shipping, they paid $22.30 all in. The next thing is this Ralph Lauren's classic sleep shirt. This was real lightweight, like a summery one. Although it did have long sleeves, but it was just this floral, pretty little nightshirt. This went to Sugar Creek, Ohio. That's Amish country, but I don't think the Amish are shopping on eBay. Anyway, this sold for $24.50. They paid the $5.85 shipping plus tax, so they paid $32.40 for this. The next thing is a Liz Claiborne button down. It had little loop buttons. It was lightweight. I think it was like a stripe. Looks like a stripe. Cap sleeves. It was rayon, and this sold for $16.45 with a 20% off sale. They paid shipping and tax, so they paid a total of $23.57, and this went to Murrieta, California. This is a Daniel Rain top, little cap sleeves, floral design with some crochet on there. This sold for $15.99 with a 20% off sale. This went to Madison, Wisconsin, and all in they paid $23.04. This wasn't even on for 2 hours, I don't think, when I listed it. It sold immediately. This is a J. Jill blue and white stripe. It was almost like a tunic length. It was oversized because this was an extra small, but I could have fit in this easily. So this was oversized. It had a high-low hem, and this sold for $18.38. This went to Port Jefferson, New York. So shipping and tax, they paid $25.35. I like those quick sales. This is by Beach Lunch Lounge. It's a brown animal print, long sleeve. This was like a silky, slinky type fabric, buttoned down the front. And this went to Kent, Washington State. Sold for $20.65. I'm not sure why, unless they offered me that. Because it wasn't the sale price, so I don't know. Anyway, with shipping and tax, they paid $29.20. Now I've had this for a long time. This is just a little tank top with crochet along the hem. It was fitted and it was an extra small. This sold for $18.06. It went to Albuquerque, New Mexico. This was a 20% off sale. They paid shipping and tax and a total of $25.73. This is an Abercrombie and Fitch. This was a really cute little dress. Blue and white floral. It tied at the bottom of the V-neck here, and it was all lined. It was a size small. This sold for $23.75 with a 20% off sale. So they paid, with shipping and tax, they paid $31.53. This went to Vacaville, California. This is an eyelet blouse. This is a bright golden yellow. This was all eyelet all over the whole thing. Had a off the shoulder elastic neckline and balloon sleeves. This sold for $24.19. All in, they paid $32.04, and this went to Bakersfield, California. I've had this for quite a while. This is by West End. It was a stretchy, slinky button-up cardigan. This is made out of the same things that Chico's Travelers is made out of. This was a size small and black. It doesn't wrinkle. It's great for traveling. It's that fabric you can just throw in a suitcase. So this went to Maine. Now, they didn't pay tax, so I wonder if Maine doesn't collect tax on clothes. But with shipping, they paid $30.36. Went to Holyoke, Massachusetts. Not Maine, Massachusetts. Well, it's up there in New England. This is a nice sale. LL Bean. Now, the man that bought this wrote me a note. He wanted measurements for sure on this because this was a large tall. And, you know, when things get washed, they get different sizes. So I measured it again for him and sent him the measurements, and he bought it. He bought it at the sale price of $31.75. It's a quarter zip fleece top. Had pouch pockets and really a real light gray. This went to Plymouth, Wisconsin. Shipping cost him $10.80. That was still on Ground Advantage, but because it weighed like 2 pounds, that's what he had to pay. It was still less than going priority, though. So with sales tax and everything, he paid $44.89. This is a cute little top by Loft, sleeveless with the red with the white polka dots. Had that notch V-neck. It's just a pullover sort of slinky top. It was an extra, extra small. This went to Savannah, Georgia. And with shipping and tax, they paid $20.80. I don't remember this skirt at all. It's was by Odile or Odile. It's an Anthropologie brand. It's a ruffled knee-length skirt. It had its own tie around the waist. This is a blurry picture, I think. Anyway, the sash around the waist, and this sold for a best offer of. How did they send me a best offer on that? I'm not sure. Maybe I'd put best offer back on this because I've had it a long time. Anyway, they bought it for $13.59. Oh no, wrong. Scratch that. Wrong paper. No, they did buy this for $20.86. With shipping and tax, they paid $28.05. And this went to Waukesha, Wisconsin. And this is the last thing I sold yesterday on eBay. This pair of slipper sandals by Freely. These are new with tags. They're women's size 10. Very soft and nice. I could have kept these, but I put them on, and they finally sold for $15.42. They paid shipping and tax and paid $22.61. These went to Crowley, Louisiana. down by Bryland Farm. Okay, on Poshmark, I sold a pair of naturalizer slide-on leather sandals. These are in a size 10. They look brand new. They sold for $20. They went to North Augusta, South Carolina. And so I received, after Poshmark takes 20%, I received $16 on those. I sold another pair of Rag and Bone ankle skinny jeans. These were in a size 29, distressed blue with raw hems. This sold for $31. Went to Danbury, Connecticut, and I received $24.80. This is a knit, almost like a sweater knit fabric. This was by Cabby. It was a heavy knit. It almost looks like a little wool jacket, but it wasn't. It was had 3/4 sleeves. I think the stock photo sold it because this was my. Well, let me show you. Yeah, this was the best I could do on my photo. And look how much nicer it looks there. So, yeah, Poshmark doesn't seem to mind you putting stock photos on. And Cabby's an easy one to find. So this sold for $30, and I received $24 for this. Went to Kansas City, Missouri. This is an Athleta hoodie sweatshirt. I thought this would sell faster than it did, but it did finally sell. It was a 1/4 zip with the hood with a tie, and it had thumb holes on sleeves. This sold for $22, and I received $17.60. This went to Westchester, Ohio. Oh, right here in Ohio. This is a little silky tank top. Small ruffle cap sleeves. I don't remember this one either. I put dark floral on there. It sold for $19. I received $15.20, and it went to Seven Valleys, Pennsylvania. And the last thing I sold yesterday is by Topshop. It's a leather suede mini skirt. It snaps. These are snaps down the whole front. It's, I believe, all lined, most likely. Sold for $19. I think that was a best offer. I've had this a while, so I did take the best offer. So I received $15.20. This went to Ehrenberg, Arizona. So that is what I sold. Let me show you this is eBay now. This is just eBay from the 12th to the 18th. Total sales of $391.86, and that comes out to be a net amount of $234.97. Now, average sale price was $27.99. Now, someplace here I have what Poshmark was. Poshmark, I grossed $141. I netted $112.80, and their average selling price came out to $23.50. So eBay beat them out on the average selling price. So let me get back here. So that's it for the week. I'm hoping that I do better and better each week. I'm consistently listing 3 a day, every single day on each platform. Uh, yeah, yeah, I will look into doing the parties for the coats and jackets because I don't think they're going to just sell right now in this coming into summer. Uh, yeah, but I had that idea when I was upstairs to make a video up there just showing, sometimes showing things on a video, if you can show it good. I'm not going to model anything. Don't hold your breath. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. But I'm not selling things right off the video. They're listed in the store. You have to buy it through the eBay. How many items? I sold, what's it now? I sold 14 items on eBay and 6 on Poshmark. 14 eBay, 6 Poshmark. Yeah. So I had a sale every day or more than one every day. I didn't have any 0 days, which is nice, at least for eBay. I mean, I had some for Poshmark, but as far as total, having sales, no 0 days. So I like that. Yes, very steady this week. It just needs to be more of them. And I need to, I'm really happy when I sell things that I just put on. I like that. But I need to get rid of all those old items. Yeah. Now I've been doing, not every day, but I go on every once in a while and do 15 to 20 things by selling similar. I end and sell similar. But I don't know if any of those, I really didn't pay attention, to tell you the truth, if any of those sales were from doing that or not. But we'll see. Did you lower the prices when you removed best offer? No. No, I didn't. They're just the same. But I have consistent sales all the time. No, the prices are the same. The only ones I've lowered prices on, if I go through, especially when I do them, like end listings, and then sometimes some of the ones that are really, really old, they may have gotten a $48 price tag back then, but they sure aren't going to get it now. So yes, I do lower prices on some things when I do the sell similar things. Only if they're things that used to be popular and they're not selling anymore. So yeah, that's the only time. Yeah. Is that amount of sales comparable with listing more? 3 a day seems to be fine. Now, I'm thinking if I listed 6 a day, the sales would be more. But I don't want to go back to 6 a day because that would involve me having to go shopping. And it's hard to believe, but I don't like to do that anymore because it's just uncomfortable for me. If I didn't have the back problem, it wouldn't bother me at all, except the part of leaving my dog. But other than that, Yeah. So if I, other than Bumblebee, if I knew other people that would send me boxes that wouldn't have, junk in them, like you get with the Goodwill boxes or the Thrive, is it Thrive? What's that other Thread Up boxes? You get too much stuff that you just don't want to have. So I don't need that. You think my sales were that much or less at 6 a day? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting, when I do shop or when I do get items, maybe uh, I'm picking better than, of course, than I used to pick. When you first start, you don't really know what you're doing. And I'm trying to I listen to resellers all day long. Resellers that really seem to know what brands are selling. And I really keep that in mind when I go shopping. But I also buy things that are just selling for me. Like a lot of people are saying Torrid, they're not selling Torrid at all anymore, but I sell Torrid, not a huge amount, but big sizes I do. And I always sell J. Crew. I always sell J. Jill. Yeah. So do I stand in the store and look up sell-through rates? No, I don't do that. If I did that, I wouldn't be buying anything. Picking better and algorithm is getting used to my consistency. Yes, I think the consistency has a lot to do with it. I'm having more repeat buyers. Also, I've noticed that the last few weeks where it comes on and it'll say, it's a repeat buyer. So that's always good. I haven't fumbled around with coupons at all. I am not sure how they actually work, to tell you the truth. I did put them on when they first came out, but then they run out in a week. I mean, can you just put one on? But see, if you put sales on and then also have coupons, then you're taking a huge amount off, unless you can put on there that you can't use coupons can only be used with non-sale items. The trouble is, I have sales going all the time. So what's the purpose? I mean, I might as well just do my sales, which I know how to do that really well. You also notice you saw a lot of small sizes this week. Yeah, I did. For a while, I wasn't shopping at all hardly even in the medium racks. I was just going to the large and extra large racks, especially men's. I shop just large. I don't even shop medium. But you're right. I do go through the smalls because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes you find cuter items in the small sizes. And if it's really cute and, like that J. Jill striped blouse, it was oversized. It was extra small, but it was oversized. But I found that because I was going through the small sizes. Promoted listing fees hurt profit. That's another thing. I increased my promoted listing fee, promoted listings to 5%. I was just doing 2, sometimes 3, but I decided to do 5 for a while. Maybe that's what's doing it. Takes a while to catch up. Maybe that's just catching up, doing 5%. Yeah, you're paying a few cents more. But if you look at the difference, it's only a few cents. It's not like dollars. Uh, like what brands, etc. you sell would blow other YouTubers' advice out the window. uh, well, yeah. I do watch, I who was it? Caleb Sells came on with all the brands that he really likes. And LL Bean is real high on his list. And surprisingly enough, last week that was on. And he sells a lot of Eddie Bauer. But remember, he sells all men's clothes and he sells a lot of outdoor and work clothes, outdoorsy clothes, because that's what he likes. He does sell jeans, but then he sells a lot of outdoor stuff. Not just jackets, but, fleece tops and, outdoorsy stuff, hiking. And yeah, he mentioned Eddie Bauer is a big seller for him, which I wasn't picking up any Eddie Bauer. I sold something this week, Eddie Bauer, but I've had it a while. But yeah, he loves LL Bean too. But that video was just on this past week. I should go back and watch it and actually write down the brands he said. Big Yumbo. I watch him too, but he's into vintage a lot. Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Yeah, so this is okay with me for what I'm doing. I'm doing less work and I'm keeping up on the drafts, which is nice to have drafts ahead of time. And I like my new photo setup. I don't think I'm going to need the flat lay, the slanted board. I was thinking and thinking about it, and I was going to wait to see how easy I could do this. And I've gotten used to doing the hanging flat lay. So I think it'll be all right. There are things that would be easier to have it slanted, but when you figure the problem of having that great big board to store someplace, when you're not using it, it would take up so much room. So that's basically why I've decided right now not to do that. Thank you, Lisa. Sometimes, like this week, I had to use, what's it? Photo Room. Photo Room is where I put the white background on. It's free. If you use the free one, you'll have a little thing at the corner that says Photo Room, but I don't think anybody cares about that. So sometimes I'll have something gray against that gray background and it's really hard to see. So then I do the first couple pictures, maybe the front and the back of the item. I take out the background and have a white background. But the rest of them I just use them like they are. So that is how it's been with the week. I ran across a picture. My daughter she's a dasher, what they call it. She does the grocery hauls for Instacart. She's mostly, but she does do DoorDash and Uber Eats too, but she's doing it mostly out in the area where we used to have our antique shop. And she wanted to know the address of my antique shop because she's past it. 'Cause she's on this main street all the time. So I sent her the address, and I hope she sends me some pictures of how it looks now. But this is how I didn't bring down the little house where we started. It's really cute. I'll bring that next time. But this is a picture of our antique shop when we moved up to the main road. It's a big house. Yeah, our antique shop was called Woods and Goods. We not only sold antiques, but we sold country crafts type things too. Yeah, we had it for 17 years. And we didn't really make a lot of money at it until we sold out everything when we quit. The reason we quit it was because we moved to Medina. It takes about an hour from here to get to Avon, Ohio. So it was way too long of a drive to be going every single morning because I had one older lady that worked in the store for me. But she only worked a couple days a week. The rest of the time, I had to be there every day. I think we opened at 10 in the morning. Yeah, all day until we closed at 5 or 6 o'clock, whatever time we closed. I don't remember anymore. And yeah, every single day going from all the way from Medina there. And it just didn't make any sense anymore. So when we moved here, we closed the shop. And I bought horses. Yeah, it wasn't until we moved here. First of all, I made gardens. That's why I wanted to move. I had to have land to do gardening. And after that, we started taking horseback riding lessons. And after that, my daughter and I, and after that, we bought our horses. So I have a bunch of ironing to do. Now, my ironing board's in my little bathroom down here. So I would like to do an ironing video with some nursing stories, but I'm going to have to use the GoPro because I need the wide angle lens. I can't do it with my phone in that little room. So maybe I'll try to get one of those on this week. I'll see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to close for now. That is what I sold this past week. I hope you're all doing well and you're all selling a bunch, getting your listings up. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. If there's anybody on here or listening or just on here and not saying anything, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm really trying to build my YouTube presence. It's a slow going. And yeah. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you get anything out of this at all. And I will see you on Tuesday evening at 7:30 for a chat, if I can figure out what to talk about. So I will see you then, and thanks for joining. Bye.